Now let's move on to the second step of our process, which is to analyze the current status. And before we move further, I would just like to state that while I'm spending a little bit of time on this theory, after a few minutes, I will actually demonstrate each of these steps through the Excel-based project. So let's quickly get into what we mean by the current status. And essentially what this means is that you need to have the right starting point in your analysis, which means you need to have the current workforce requirement numbers. You need to make sure that you have some idea of what are the foreseeable expansion for the programs that are currently running. You need to know what are some of the new programs which may be launched in the future, and ideally some kind of a timeline for the launch of these new programs. You also need to have some idea of the trends in the kind of turnover that your company sees. So this kind of attrition which you have been seeing in the past years can help you determine what kind of attrition numbers you should anticipate for the future. You also need to have some idea of roles and functions mapped to program needs. So it's not, basically what I'm trying to say is it's not enough to say that I need 10 people. You also need to know that who these 10 people are and what skill sets they need to have and what functions they will be playing within your organization. Ultimately, you need to have a sense of what are the current risks that you're facing and what is the current volatility in your work so that you can account for a little bit of this buffer to help you meet these needs. And finally, if your organization has more than one location, then you also need to have a deep understanding of your current requirements and segment them based on which geography these requirements are in. And having all of these data points will give you a good understanding of where you are today. This seen in the context of your future goals will help you quickly get a sense of what is the gap that you need to fulfill through your hiring strategy.